Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. Hope you're doing great on this cold here in West Tennessee. Cold Tuesday evening. Appreciate your patience this week. It's been a wild one, but we'll make sure the stream's coming through all right. Then we'll get started, and I'll gab a little while we wait on folks to join us. All right, stream's looking good on YouTube. Do feel free to interact in the chat. I don't know how much being on a Tuesday night will affect live viewership, but we'll find out here shortly. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you in the chat, man. All right, looking good on Facebook. Cool. Hey, Ben. Hey, Doug. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've not even been looking ahead, so hopefully it doesn't get this far south. I'm uh, I'm cool with a week of being snowed in. I don't know if I can handle much more. All right, what's up, Jason, Josh? What's up, Marty? Robke. All right, we got over 20 live folks already, just a minute in, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we've had quite a bit of snow and ice here in Milan, Tennessee. We had about, I don't know, I said 4 inches, my wife said 6 inches. She's been out there more than me, so she would know of snow. We had probably a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of ice on top of that, so we've just planted ourselves for since Friday evening. So we've not been out or about, but we've got power, we got gas heat, so that's not as big of an issue. So we're just hanging in there. Extra family time, nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Yeah, I'm ready for spring too, Andy. Hey, Kevin, Kid, Steve. Absolutely. Hope everybody's warm and safe. Hey, Greg. Pinstripe Pride Yankees reunion. That's pretty cool. I don't. You have to send me details about that. That sounds fun. Hey, we got other Steve. We got other Andy. All right. I'm falling behind on chats, but I appreciate all of you. Good stuff. So, we've got 3 great breaks tonight. We'll get these broken, but I'm probably not going to ship. Like I'll work. You'll see labels get printed tonight, tomorrow, but I'm actually not going to take these to the post office until Friday at the earliest. Maybe just wait till Monday to let the big sorting hub in Memphis get caught up. They always have a hard time with the snow. I know they haven't been making local. No packages have made it out of Memphis in the last few days, so I'm probably going to hold off till that queue clears, just because I don't want anything to get lost in all the post snow and ice hubbub. But yeah. So 51 Bowman breaks up first. We got I was really happy that this one sold out as quickly as it did. Didn't have to work as many spots into other breaks. Probably wouldn't have had to work in any at all. So happy to get this one broken tonight. A couple of really cool Hall of Fame cards. Of course, we got the Mantle. We got the Maze. We'll get the larger camera view here after we do our randomization. But then after that, we've got the Perez Steel Auto Mixer. So 54, pretty cool. Perez Steel autographed Hall of Famer stars. And then we've got 61 Fleer baseball group set break. I can't believe it is 2 weeks till pitchers and catchers report. That's wild. Baseball season is upon us. College football's finally over. It's a painful season for my Auburn Tigers, but they really got to move that joker up. It shouldn't run deep into January, but playoffs are underway. Super Bowl's around the corner. Can't wait. Lots of good action. College basketball's in full swing, so good stuff. Hey, what's up, Ed? All right. So let's see. Where are we at? Bowman break. Lots of new folks. Lots of people are hopped in because they saw the big prize, two big prizes up with lots of great stars beyond that. Thought they'd hop into one of these breaks, and I'll explain what it's all about. So 324 cards in a complete 51 Bowman set. 324 spots. So every spot gets a card. If you bought one spot, you get one card. If you bought 10 spots, you get 10 cards. The odds are better for you. We randomize our list. So however many spots you got, that's how many times your name is in this list. We randomize our list of participants, paste it right next to the checklist. So whoever comes out of the randomizer in spot number 1 gets card number 1. Whitey Ford. Whoever comes out in spot number 2 gets card number 2. Yogi Berra. And so on. We won't read through all 324 cards. We will read through the biggest hits and show those on the live stream. As soon as the broadcast is over, I'll post the full list sorted by participants so you can see exactly which cards you hit. Since my internet has been spotty, I'm going to do something I don't usually do, and that's I'm actually going to copy and paste the unsorted the unsorted list as soon as I finish the random. So that'll be on the site if you're like, I hate listening to Burl talk through and show all these cards. I just want to know what card I got. You can actually go do that. So I'll post that as soon as we finish with the random. And mostly I'm doing it just because my internet's dropped like 8 times yesterday, which is why I didn't do the stream last night. It hasn't dropped at all today, but you know the way technology works, as soon as I start a live stream, like as soon as I finish that last random, it's going to try to crash on me. So in order to prevent, just so we have full transparency, I'll post that immediately after the random. Then we'll do the same thing with the auto mixer and then the 61 Fleer. So let's see, we'll do, I'm just going ahead and naming my blog post over here so we can get it just literally as soon as possible. So we'll name it Unsorted. Hey, what's up, Paul? Okay. So this is the time where I need your help in the chat, deciding how many times we're going to randomize this list. Let's do between or including 5 and 11. Third number in the chat's how many times we'll randomize the 51 list. Congrats to Chris Stone on social media, Steve Bowman on the Classic Cardboard WAP group, and to John Lockhart in that all three of you guys won free bonus spots in the 51 Bowman break. All right, Jason's at 7, Andy's at 7. I need one more number. And technically I need 5 numbers because we got to do the same deal. Whoop, now all the numbers came through at once, so I got to go find my chat and scroll up. Bum, bum, bum. Chat and, well, that's a bummer. Let's see, maybe it's a different window. I thought I had it open. Okay, yeah, there it is. Good. Whew. Okay. So let's see. Jason was first, Andy was second, Marty was third. So 51 has 9 randoms. The Mixer, Michael Rosenbaum has us for 9 randoms. And then Ed has us for 7 randoms on the 61 Fleer. So that's how many times we'll randomize each list. So let's see where things land. Good luck, everybody. We use random.org's list randomizer. If you ever wonder, like, how does he decide which name to use? Whatever your shipping is what I use. So random.org, list randomizer. It's under list and more, list randomizer. All right. Here are 9 randoms coming your way. There's 1. All right, how many names were on our list? 324. Perfect. All right, here is 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 9. All right. Oops. Lost my drag there. Okay, we're gonna paste this here, save, and then I'm gonna paste it over here. So if you guys like spoilers, which I don't know, I'm not a spoiler kind of guy. I like the drama. Hey, Mike. I need a mic. Oh. All right. If you're curious, don't worry if the stream drops. There it is. But I'm gonna shift the view. Make this where we can read it. All right, that's too far that way. Okay, whoops, beautiful. All right, without any further ado, let's get rolling. Whitey Ford rookie, card number 1 going to Steve Valinsky. And go Steve SGC3 on the Ford. Good stuff. Some of these cards in this set are just blazers. Yogi Berra, MVP winner. Great portrait, SGC5, going to Anthony Viglucci. I also like the grandstand to the left in the background. Good stuff. All right, Robin Roberts, card number 3, going to Joe Driver. Nothing like starting off a set with 1, 2, 3, all being Hall of Famers. Hello, Robin. Don Newcomb, great looking card, horizontal on the image. Going to Bradley O'Connor. Gil Hodges up next, card number 7, going to Steve Strauss. Red Shane Dienst is card number 10 for Don McIntosh. Phil Rizzuto. Card 26. Going to Angelo Bonvino. That is some Bonvino. A World Series MVP. And Mr. Scooter. One of the nicest cards in this set is card number 30, Bob Feller. SGC 6 for Josh Donachie. There's the Feller. Roy Campanella, another MVP. Double catcher MVPs in 1951. Campy going to Angelo Bonvino. Angelo is raking. Nicely centered SGC 4. Angelo, I feel like I would have remembered your name just because of the distinct good wine last name, but welcome to the breaks, man. If you've been in a few and I haven't noticed, I'm sorry, but nice hit. Snyder, next card, Steve Strauss. George Kell, another horizontal card, 46. Going to John Lapertosa. Johnny Mize, card 50. Going to Ed Rosenberg. Enos Slaughter. Nice bold colors on this portrait of Enos. Beautiful card. Going to Andy Dinger. Nice card, Andy. Lou Boudreau. 62. Going to Jeremy Merriquin. All right, early win for your Cleveland Indians. Card number 78. Going to Angelo Bonvino. Pee Wee Reese, card number 80, SGC 6.5. Again, the color, next level. Great stuff. Card number 80. Pee Wee Reese. Went to James Hop. Great card. Let's see. We got Bill Rigney up next, so a little ways up to 125. Going to David Mowat. I do think I saw that social media free spot, so I'm going to back up a second. Chris Stone snagging the 122. Joe Garagiola. I can never say that. Think too hard. Mr. Warren Spahn, Great card, 134, SGC3. On to Mike Sibold. Again, registration, excellent, nicely centered. SGC3 copy. It's a little bit of surface wear there is the only thing holding that one back from being like a 5. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Ted Kluszewski, 143. On to Mark O. There you go, Mark. Larry Doby, another great card in this set. 151. Beautiful color. Going to Eric R. Life. Ted Williams, 165. SGC 2.5. Again, nicely centered. Some wrinkles are the reason for the downgrade. Ted's going to Brent Page. Nice hit, Brent. Beautiful card. Casey Stengel, 181. Going to William Phillips. Yankees manager. Hank Bauer, 183. Going to Michael Orzechowski. Richie Ashburn up next. Beautiful SGC 6. Card 186. On to David Mowat. Again, folks, regardless of the grade, this is the kind of registration you're looking for on these 50, 51, 52 Bowman in particular, because that image quality can vary a lot, and it's barely factored into the technical grade, but those nice clean images go a long way. Mr. Al Flip Rosen going to John Storms. One of the strangest looking cards in the set is 195, Paul Richards. A little bit of the cartoonish neck length and head shape. A little caricature for Doug Myers. That's Myers. Monty Irvin rookie. Card 198. Went to John Lapertosa. SGC 4 on the Irvin. Beautiful card. Great hit. Johnny Vandermeer. Yeah, Johnny's next. If I can remember his number. Oh, I just went past it. So, Johnny, famous for throwing back-to-back perfect games. That was no-hit games, my bad. There we go, 1938. All right, Nellie Fox is up next. White Sox rookie for Jeremy Merriquin. Leo DeRocher going to Ed Rosenberg. That means the next hit that we're looking at is Mr. Mantle. And this is a more newly graded card, so it's got the super heavy PSA case that feels like twice as heavy. They've got the additional little insert in there that you can see. So PSA 1.5. The Mick, absolutely great card. Cornerstone for somebody's collection. Coming up, 253. Going to Rob Kimball. Congrats, Rob. Huge hit on the Mick. Great card. Rob, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you are, congrats, man. One number off. Always tough. Always tough on the big breaks. The Luke Easter card is a good looking one, going to Doug Myers. Let's see, who else we got? We got Frank Frisch, going to Steve Valinsky. Hall of Fame player in his own right, Cuppy manager at this point. We got Bill Dickey, 190, going to Low. Now, that does mean the last card we're going to look at is the Willie Mays. PSA 4 on the Mays. 305. Again, great registration. Not great focus on the camera. There we go. Good looking card. Slightly off center, mild corner wear, crease free. Another cornerstone for somebody. Card 305. Let's see who snags it. Lee Heffley. Congrats, Lee. Snagging the Willie Mays. That is great stuff. There's where those wrap up. All right. But if you bought into other breaks, we got other stuff happening. Get a few things moved around. You may have to bear with me as I try to figure out how to show these gigantic turkey red sized Perez Steel postcards off. Cause see, it's afraid it's gonna tip if I do that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We gotta do 2 of them. Yeah, that'll hold it. Okay, great. Oh, condolences, John. 1 number off is tough. All right, I'm going to shift the view back so we can do our next random. we will get another random window open. And we will do the same song and dance here. I'll show you the checklist really quick though before we do the random. So this is the same checklist that was in the break listing. 54 of these beautiful legends autographed. 54 names in this list. No free spots in this one because we have the free spots in every break that's 100 spots or more. So no free spots in this one. However many you bought, that's how many you got. We decided earlier we are randomizing this list 9 times as well. It's 9 times coming your way. Oh, there's Rob in the chat. Congrats, man. All right, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, we got David White on top, John Lavin on bottom. We got these posted. Cool. Now, I'm probably going to do this where we wrap the text so we can see just a little bit more. And we'll shift the view and we'll get rolling. Hey, Derek. We just finished up Bowman. On to the Perez Steel now. I think I'm going to show a lot of these. Bill Terry. Went to David White. Bob Feller. Going to Michael Bender. Carl Hubble. Going to Charles Valentine. The next one's fun, not a ton of value, but it's a Ty Cobb photo with Dick Perez auto. That one's going to Christopher Rafe Snyder. Means Burley Grimes is next for David White. Bob Gibson, great postcard on the Gibson. Going to Kevin Casper. Oh, sorry, going to Garland Hall. The Cool Papa Bell is going to Kevin Casper. So great all-time Negro Leaguer there. Right, we got Ed Matthews going to Clay Bailey. Jack O'Conlon going to Ed Cable. Kiner going to Jason Edmister. Roberts going to Joe Driver. Ab Chandler going to James Hopp. Frank going to Michael Sardone. Ed Rosenberg snagging the Hank Aaron. Good looking card. didn't get my errands out of order. Might have got my errands backwards. We'll look at them when I get to the other one. No, I think I'm good. Maybe. Okay. Right. Whitey Ford. Went to William Bender. Nice Ford on the turkey red. Brooks Robinson going to Daniel Cermak. All of these are authenticated, by the way. I don't know that I mentioned that in the listing, but they're all PSA authenticated autographs. Wilhelm went to John Dobe. Palmer. Fred Mastretta. Mr. Warren Spahn. Going to David White. Billy Williams going to Michael Pierce. Bobby Doerr going to Joe Driver. Catfish Hunter going to Mike Heffelfinger. Really like the Hunter. That one's Beckett. Authenticated. Maybe a couple more Beckett's in here. And let's see, we got Joe Sewell going to Cameron Bletchard. Ray Dandridge going to John Dobe. And the Mantle also going to John. Huge hit on the Mantle. Beautiful looking turkey red style. That's what the back looks like, by the way. Little checklist from the year's issues. Good stuff. Robin Roberts also going to John. So John with a little triple whammy there in the middle. Oh, I was going to leave the Mantle up just because he is the biggest value. McCovey going to Kevin Casper. Billy Herman. Horizontal on the Herman. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Here's the big ol' Hank Aaron. Greatest moments for Stephen Rice. Or great moments, not greatest. Great moments. Nice hit there, Stephen. Another great looking one is the Snyder. Snyder going to Michael Bender. Slaughter's next. Also going to Patrick Sturgeon. Stargel's a good-looking one. Going to Cheryl Stamp. Billy Williams going to Mike Heffelfinger. Buck Leonard for the Grays. And Michael Fickle. One of my favorites in the group is the Killebrew. Went to Greg Ritzer. But just a great looking full bat extension. You got the red, white, and blue hanging in the background. Good stuff. Got the Dandridge. Went to Jimmy Burris. Killebrew does have a gorgeous auto. I mean, all these guys, you can read their freaking names. Not like the kids that are scribbling their initials now. Stan. Oh, sorry, Monty Irvin first. Going to Michael Pierce. But yeah, Killebrew's autos particularly nice. Stan Musial. Going to Joe Driver. Call you Strimsky. Going to Ed Rosenberg. Here's a little Yaz for you, Ed. Johnny Bench going to Jeffrey Manega. Stan Musial on Hall of Fame postcard. Going to Michael Fickle. All right, Johnny Bench. Going to Andy Dinger. Try to pick up the pace here. I know we're getting late. Lou Boudreau. Going to Mike Heffelfinger. Beira is another absolutely great image. I revised my earlier statement. The Bear is my favorite in the group. Going to Michael Bender. Look at that. That's just baseball. That's all there is to it. You look at some cards and you're like, yeah, that's baseball. I love that. All right, Charlie Gehringer. Went to Jimmy Burris. George Kell going to David White. Lots of background detail on this Kell. Great artwork. Catfish Hunter. Went to Greg Edelman. We got Morris Shaw going to Josh Bailey. Look at that leg kick, man. I'd love to see somebody with a leg kick like that again. All right. Lou Brock, going to Zach Thiel. Another just killer card here. Michael Leary, I don't know if you're still with us, but here's a Ted Williams for you, man. Absolutely stunning card. Man, that's good. Good stuff. Congrats, Mike. Rod Carew for Joe Driver. Bergie Jenkins for Andy Dinger. Joe Morgan going to Clay Bailey. With Ralph Kiner going to John Lavin. All right, get these moved around. Let me grab 61 Fleer. I have more picked out that I'm probably going to show. I'm probably going to try to make sure we get through these in about 15 minutes. But I love sets like 61 Fleer where you just, man, everybody belongs in the story of baseball history. And you can tell a large portion of the story with these guys. So, whoops. Let me go back and look at Twitter because I forgot to paste in who won. And I don't remember. It was somebody that breaks all the time. Oh, yeah, Mark Carlson. So Mark Carlson won the free spot in this one. Hey, if you want to get in on free spots, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, this is cool. I don't want to buy anything yet. You know, hop in the giveaways. Burl Sports, Facebook, Instagram, X. Still dabbling on the TikTok. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't really know what I'm doing over there. So no giveaways there, but giveaways on the other three, or you can enter the same giveaway. It's just every break that's 100 spots or more, I give away a free spot. Also, check out the Classic Cardboard community. Giveaways there every week. We've given away over $1,100 worth of value since we launched that in October. And by we, I mean me and Jeff Tomlin. Jeff does a lot of vintage claim sales on X. Go check him out. Regular set break participant too. So lots of giveaways there. More cool stuff for that in that arena coming over the next few months. Okay, no further ado. We decided earlier we're randomizing this list 7 times, and then we're going to see who takes home all these legends. Oops. That's not the right list. And condolences to you all for having to watch this. Okay. I gotta pull this over really quick because I don't want to show anybody's email on accident. Okay, no, it's all here. Okay, good. I don't know what I was just doing. So, 154 names in our list. 154 cards in this set. Seven randoms coming your way. Every spot gets a card. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 it is. Kevin Kelly on top. Gerard on bottom. Cool. We'll shift the view. We'll see where folks landed. Card number 1 is Series 1 checklist. SGC 7 on the Baker Cobb Wheat, going to Kevin Kelly. Some of these cards are Blazers, by the way. Just really incredible cards. Grover Alexander going to Yaron. Easily the nicest 61 Fleer set I've ever owned. I've owned a few that are kind of EX mint, but this one is EX mint, like minimum. I mean, there are a couple that are below, but in general, it's a near mint set. The few that aren't that quality are because you still just have some wax residue on them. Cap Anson going to Kevin Casper. Look at that card. Look at that mustache. Cap, one of the, like, we wouldn't have baseball if it weren't for guys like Cap Anson. Home Run Baker going to Mike O'Leary. Again, all these guys are stars, so like there's no point in saying he's a hit and Earl Averill isn't, but Baker's a little bit more recognizable. And look at that fine hat. Okay. And you got to show the guy whose nickname is Home Run, right? Mordecai, Three Fingers Brown, going to John Dobay. Brown, of course, little farming incident, lost a couple fingers and figured out how to throw a really cool curveball. Ty Cobb going to Andy Dinger. Cobb here, technical grade 5.5 because whoever submitted these didn't just rub the wax off first. So easy upgrade on Cobb if you just take a microfiber cloth, heat that wax up a little with like a blow dryer, and that'll just rub right off. Where was I? Combs going to Greg Ritzer, Yankee legend. Big part of Murderer's Row there. Johnny Evers, card 23, going to Greg Ritzer. SGC 7.5 on the Evers, or Evers, excuse me. All right, Bob Feller next, 25, going to Kevin Casper. Jimmy Fox, SGC 8 on the Fox. Card 28, going to Christian Wagner. Bananas. It's one of those, why is it not a 9? I don't know. Because they felt bad giving too many cards a 9 in the submission. The thing about 61 Fleer in my mind, and sets like it, are like, there was a point in time, I try to tell my kids, like, used to, you had to get your information somewhere besides your, the Google machine. And so these were just little windows into baseball history that, like, I think sets like 61 Fleer or commemorative cards wherever they happen are such a big part of baseball history for me because, I don't know, I learned most of what I know about baseball from the backs of cards. Lou Gehrig. Going to Yaren. Don't know why they didn't grade the Gehrig. Really beautiful card. Lefty Gomez, 34. Going to Mike O'Leary. Apparently I lied when I said I was going to try to finish this break in 15 minutes because we're like 10 minutes in and I'm on card 34. Okay, Hornsby. We'll look at Hornsby next. He's 43. Going to Michael Pierce. So many batting championships for Hornsby. Anybody who hits over 400 deserves to get their card shown. Although I guess I skipped Harry Heilman. I think he batted over 400, didn't he? Yep, 403. There we go. Those are 4 incredible seasons. Okay. I digress. Carl Hubble, 45. Going to Marty Wisbinski. Walter Johnson going to Kevin Casper. Again, Walter with a little bit of wax residue that should come right off. Kiner going to John Dobe. SGC 7. Christy Mathewson is 59 going to John Penix. McGraw, Michael Pierce. Here's Mark Odemalder's classic cardboard spot popping up at card number 64. Mel Ott going to Kevin Casper. The Ott is an SGC 8. Again, another stunning card. Speaker is 79. Going to Ray Ewing. Oops, that means I skipped Mr. Babe. He is 75. Going to Kevin Casper. Nice hit, Kevin. SGC 7 on the Babe Ruth. Lloyd Wainer, 84. Going to Steve Valinsky. Paul Wainer for Kevin Kelly. Those are brothers. Big Poison, Little Poison. Lloyd is Little Poison, and Paul is Big Poison, if you're wondering. Zach Wheat going to Michael Pierce. Sisler Trainer going to Ed Rosenberg. Bagby's graded, going to Andy Dinger. SGC 9. Again, just stunning card. Mint, as they say. Jimmy Collins, 99, going to Yaren. Addie Joss, card 117. We're rolling now. I'm going to be close to that 15 minutes. There's Joss for Greg Ritzer. Nice hit, Greg. Love the Joss. Nap Lajoie. Going to Steve Valinsky. Eddie Plank. 135. Again, all these guys are incredible. Going to Gerard. SGC 9 on the plank. Crazy stuff. Billy Sullivan. Going to Mark Carlson. Just 3 hits left. Mr. John Peter, a.k.a. Honus Wagner. 150 going to Kevin Casper. There's that social media bonus coming up for Mark Carlson, card 151. Dixie Walker. Ted Williams is 152, going to Greg Ritzer. Cy Young will be the last one we look at, going to William Bender. Again, another just stunner of a card. So nice, folks. Appreciate all of you. That will do it for tonight's broadcast. I don't think I've updated what we're doing this coming week. And part of that's up in the air. I think, like everybody else, I'm waiting on a couple of grading orders to get back before we can do some of the sets I've got in stock. But should be able to have a pretty cool mixer as well as a new repack on the horizon. If you are a stack shipper through the Classic Cardboard, I'll get those stacks shipped out over the weekend or early next week. So keep an eye out for those coming in. But that is all I have for now. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you all stay safe and warm. Enjoy, though, time with